Hello, it's Donna here for Paper Rose, and I have some deliciousness for you, which is the January release. I'm filming this as I see the release for the first time, so I'm just as excited as you to see what we have in here. Let's open some packets and have a look, shall we? The theme for this release is candy, and so we have a couple of collections within that. One is called Candy Kisses, and in that selection we have a 12 by 12 Candy Kisses paper collection, as well as the Candy Kisses Basics, which are patterned papers in colours that go together. Both of these are also available as 6 by 6 paper pads, which are perfect for card makers. Then we have some Candy Kisses embossed die cuts and cut aparts. Let's have a little look at those before we move on to the rest of the candy. I'm going to show you using the 6 by 6 papers because then we can get the camera up nice and close and have a look at them. Each of these packs has 3 sets of 6 double-sided papers so that you get 18 pieces in total. They're on 200 GSM paper, which means that they're roughly £80 if you're used to that system for the paper. And here are the B-sides of those papers. One of the things that I love to do when I'm thinking about how I'm going to use a new paper pack is to grab some stitched rectangle dies and see whether any of the papers will make beautiful scenes for cards. And I can see lots here. I think there's lots of scope for some quick and easy cards. As well as that, these cut aparts are going to take care of some of the sentiments, with best wishes and thank you and bon voyage and you're so sweet card ideas already in this pack. Let's take a look at the basics. I'm going to leave this piece of paper here because it has all of the colours in the pack in it, so we can look at how the basics coordinate with the pattern papers. These would make great layering elements for cards, and the big versions would be fantastic for scrapbooking pages as well. If you're a B-side scrapbooker and enjoy making cards without the busyness, then these papers in the 12 by 12 would be fantastic. Let's have a look at the die cuts and the cut aparts for Candy Kisses. Let's start with the cut aparts. First of all, this is thick. There are 18 pages here. That is a lot of cut aparts, because you can make so many cards from the one pack, or use them as decorative elements for a whole scrapbook on a theme. They'd be wonderful for teaching card making because with one pack you can run a whole class easily, and a large class at that. So those are the 6 different designs, but there are 3 sets of that. So that's going to make a lot of cards, and they're beautiful and thick. Finally, the die cuts. This pack has 4 sheets in it, and these contain some similar images, but this time they're pre-cut, and each of them is anchored by just a few points, so they pop out quite easily. And once again, it all goes perfectly. So that's the Candy Kisses, but we also have Candy Florals, so let's have a look at those and see how they coordinate. These embossed die cuts, just like the Candy Kisses, are also embossed, so they have a shiny top to them. I'll see if I can catch that in the light. So similar style, similar themes, but much more flower-centric. These are lovely. And let's look at our 6 pages of cut aparts, remembering that for these you'll get 3 of each, so there would be 18 pages in total. Finally, we have the candy treats. And here we're really getting to the yummy stuff. Let's look at these cut aparts first. Look at those. They're fantastic. So for the cut aparts, I like to sit in front of the television or sit with my family or use time on Zoom just to sit and cut. It's quite relaxing, but there are a lot of images, so I don't recommend cutting them all in one sitting. Let's have a look at how they go with the papers. Yep, all the same tones are there, but I feel like these are slightly lighter and airier images. Let's have a look at the embossed die cuts. Gorgeous. I love that there's a range of sizes here. And that there's macarons. Once again, these will pop out nice and easily and are ready to go on your projects. These are fantastic for people who have issues with cutting or hand dexterity issues. They just make it so easy. So to recap, it's all candy. We have Candy Kisses Basics in 2 sizes, and then the Candy Kisses, the Candy Florals, and the Candy Treats, embossed die cuts and cut aparts that all coordinate. Which is your favourite?